What up, random rockers? Reelers, or realists, whatever case may be. Still not sure. I like them both. Leave a comment down below in the description. Again, if you want to figure out what that is for what would sound better. But enough about that. Let's get to talking about Zootopia, the recent Disney computer animated comedy adventure. I guess I see it more at moments as more of a crime drama, really. Or at least for the most part. I mean, the adventure aspect is definitely there. The comedy is in spurts. And when it does come around, it lands. Or at least it lands more in references of certain pop culture references, whether it be involving classic film, or in this case, classic TV shows, which is like much later in the film, and I will let certain people, particular people who are watching this, I know you are, and you're going to love that. When you do see it, you're going to love some of those references, and you will just want to roll on the ground laughing for that specific reason. The thing that makes this movie so interesting is that it's a truly a family-oriented film, and those are great because this allows the adults to enjoy themselves a lot more when they see this. And it's not just, they're not just there to just kind of appease the kids or something. My goodness. The thing about this movie, and especially since what we've dealt with how do we have handled Muslims since post 9/11, still do sometimes, that we've kind of brushed it under the rug in favor of things we thought we had finally gotten rid of dealt with in the past, but then in the light of things like Ferguson and then some guy getting jumped or whatever, don't know how that situation was and how that mattered or whatnot. But in terms of how things are with prejudice and stereotypes, and those topics are really straight up, and especially when it comes to certain things in racism, whether it be that, and that shows up a lot in this movie. The movie, and of course I'm getting ahead of myself with this, but here's the thing. Zootopia is basically an entire world that has been run by anthropomorphic. It's probably sucked, my translation. Of mammals, specifically that part of the animal kingdom. Ironic they use that, since technically we human beings are technically fit in that part of the animal kingdom ourselves, if you would even consider us animals at this point. I mean, we can be at some point, depending on the situations with that. There have been cases involving that as well, and that shows in the case that these people take, and I like how it kind of goes full circle with all that. It focuses on this rabbit who is wanting to grow up and be a cop, is a cop, but it's not as much as it seems, and she's trying to prove that she can be more than just some meter maid, I guess, that they're putting her on to be, because she's a small stature, and usually certain jobs are required for certain types, or particular types of mammals, and yeah. And that's what it is about, and that's what she is. She's considered technically like a prey type mammal, as opposed to most of the cops being considered like predator. The instinctive aspects, I guess, of a prey or a predator, and that sort of is where a lot of the whole prejudice and stereotype elements come into play a lot in this movie, and it definitely hits home. And I think kids, hopefully, to a certain age, will hopefully kind of, especially by the time they reach the age of reasoning, which I believe is 7 or 8, is when they'll finally, they'll learn how to, hopefully through this movie, they can learn how to properly channel or deal with situations involving stereotypes or prejudice through whether it be racial or sexist, specifically racial. This movie does, and it's pretty damn good. It mostly feels more like a crime drama. It's amazing. The voice cast is awesome. I mean, I believe you got Alan Tudyk. I can't believe the name escapes me of his character that he played in Flyleaf. He also did a voice in Wreck-It Ralph. Some of the voice cast here was in Wreck-It Ralph. In fact, the film, I could compare some aspects of Wreck-It Ralph and even Big Hero 6 to this film, and which both I've highly praised, would highly praise and recommend you all check out if you haven't. Especially if you, whether or not you have kids or not, and you just like to have a thing for Disney movies since you were yay tall or so, still go check it out. Other than that, it's mostly been amazing. Idris Elba, for freak's sake. Jason Bateman's the Sly Fox. Him and the bunny are forced to pair up and deal with this because of some certain little tedious little things. The pairing is done so well. The writing in this is amazing. Just even on the sense of just being like a typical, sort of crime drama type thing of like crime drama mystery kind of thing, and all of a sudden, something happens to where these certain animals that go missing, some happened to them where they wound up going, or at least the predator types, they go wild or something. I may have just spoiled a small plot detail. I'm sorry. Spoiler! But it's not a massive one. Massive detail, I guess I would say. Because there's a lot more that goes on with it. But it's because of all the other little things, the topics that they put in it, and the focus on all that stuff, that kind of takes away from the, the run-of-the-mill type of crime drama mystery stuff, And all in all, as a film, it's definitely good for adults. Mostly adults are going to like this. Kids will still like this. There may be some jokes that probably will most definitely, especially with the one with the yak, which is voiced by Thomas Chan. So that in and of itself should say something about his involvement in this entire scene and how the adults will get this joke, and it will just kind of sort of, depending on the kids and how smart they may be. Well, if they are pretty smart, they'll figure it out, and the parents will be like, oh. If not, they'll be like, at least it went over their heads. Kind of situation. It's for that, it was just, I kind of chuckled a lot, but it was more in the pop culture references there, which is for, like, if you have seen the trailers, you already know the Godfather reference, but there's one, like, TV reference, big TV reference, like the best TV show we've had in ever, and, well, yeah. That one is definitely one you have to check out to notice. If you hadn't figured it out by that point, it's like, and even the name references, it's like blatant as possible. It's like, if you don't figure it out by then, it's like you're a dumbass. And I apologize to any kiddos who are watching this. I was trying not to curse, and I failed. And I sucked ass at it. So, other than that, the voice cast's great. All in all, solid movie. Zootopia rocks all the way. Go check it out in the theaters. It did well last week when it did come out. Yes, this is late. Better late than never. Probably be the same thing with the other films. If not, I'll just hold back. And I guess we're going to just watch I'll just probably wind up watching Batman v Superman. Superman Dawn of Justice will definitely be a review to check out, hopefully, when I get to it. When it comes out. It'll be somewhat fun, but I'm still leery after Man of Steel, even though I really did enjoy Man of Steel for what it was, and I was more worried about how they were handling Superman more than all the other stuff that happened, which may have been kind of a cluster, but it was alright. But it was alright. And on top of that, being with certain things personally, this is, a part-time thing, not a full-time thing. So I'm not able to get into movies or certain things with music within a certain time frame. So bear with me. Some I might do later in the future. They'll probably be late, but better late than never. And yeah, that's, I guess, it, guys. If you liked this, what did you guys think about Zootopia? If you have seen it. If you have not, do you want to go see it? When you see it, I hope you do. And if you have kids, better give them something good to see. If not this, Kung Fu Panda 3. If not, I think the Peanuts movie's out on DVD and Blu-ray now, or maybe Netflix. Go check that out. Especially for you adults who want to have a sense of nostalgia of your own childhood, and a great way to pass the torch on and feel good about yourself. Even to the grandparents who pretty well grew up to it when they were little. Even they will approve of that movie. And yeah, if you haven't checked that out on Facebook, by the way, check out my Facebook for all other reviews and all my other posts. And if you like this, leave a comment down below. Let me know what else you want to have me go see, if I can or not. If you like this, rock that like button. Who's stopping you? And as always, guys, keep it random, keep it real, and keep it rocking. And I'll see you next time.